Okay, so in order to do this, the first thing you need to do is get the discriminant, make the discriminant greater than or equal to 0, because that's where you will have real roots. So it is, if you look at the A is 2, which is greater than 0. So we're looking at a situation where the parabola cuts the x-axis twice. And what values of b do you put in there so that this would actually happen? So the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. A is equal to 2, because what you're doing is modelling it based on this parabola here. B is equal to 1, because that's what's in front of the x, and C is equal to b plus 1. So b squared would be 1 squared minus 4 times A, which is 2, times C, which is b plus 1. So that's 1 minus 8b plus 1, which is 1 minus 8b minus 8. So the discriminant is minus 8b minus 7. Okay, now, for it to be real roots, the minus 8b minus 7, which is the discriminant, would have to be greater than or equal to 0. So you have to solve that. You probably have to refresh with them on how to solve inequalities. The fact that, like, when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign around to make it true. So with this one here, minus 8b is greater or equal to 7b. Now if I'm dividing by minus 8, dividing by minus 8, then that would mean that b is less than or equal to minus 7 on 8. So another example, say for what values of k is 2x squared minus 3x plus 4k equals 0 have no real roots. Okay, so you can see A is equal to 2, which is a positive parabola. So you're looking at a situation like this, where it doesn't cut the x-axis. Okay, so first steps to get the discriminant. A is equal to 2, B minus 3, and C 4k. So you go minus 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times 4k. 9 minus 4 fourths is 16 times 2 is 32k. So 9 minus 32k. Now, for this to happen, for it to have no real roots, discriminant have to be less than 0. That's because it comes from the formula, this formula, and the b squared minus 4ac is basically what's underneath the square root. So if that's a negative, then the roots will not be real, because you can't find the square root of a negative. So 9 minus 32k is less than 0. So minus 32k is less than minus 9. So when you divide by minus 32, so I'm dividing by a negative, you have to flip the sign around again. So flip it around, you get minus 9 on minus 32. So k is greater than 9 on. So k is greater than 9 on 32.